Hey guys, I've got another camera. Actually, I have like 15 cameras, but I put one up here. One of my recent commenters, you don't have enough cameras anymore. So I can kind of understand that. It's just kind of a pain to get it set up and all that. And it's in my way in case you didn't figure that out. So what I want to talk about here, another viewer suggestion, is balls that are frozen to the point of the side pocket. He didn't use the word point, but I'm trying to be a little bit more family friendly. And the way I see it, there's like 4 ways a ball can be frozen to this point. One might be out about here. One would be a little bit closer, and I'll get to why that it makes a difference. One might be right on the edge, which is a little bit different again, and I'll get to why. And another one might be just like slightly inside the point. All these present different challenges and things like that. And the reason is, Kitty, please don't, not, Kitty, I'm sorry, my cat's going ape shit. Kitty, why are you going ape shit? They want the family friendly thing. So, on every table I've ever seen, some may be different, but every one I've ever seen has pocket facings. And what that means is, I'm just going to push. This is cushion rubber. When I get here on the edge, on this particular table, I have 1/8 inch of pocket facing material right here. This pocket facing material is a harder material than this rubber. Some tables are going to be double shim, so it's going to have like a whole 1/4 inch, not just 1/8. You know, some may be triple shim or quadruple shim, whatever. I'm not judging. But the thing is, if a ball is on the cushion rubber, then it's just going in and out like this. I'm really hoping this camera is showing this. If it's over a little bit more, it's still on the rubber, but as soon as it starts to compress in, then it starts hitting this pocket facing material. The pocket facing material is a harder material. It doesn't rebound the same way as the rubber of the cushion does. So what can happen on a shot like this, if it comes in and it's close to this pocket facing and it's hit softly, it can just bounce off of that rubber. But if it's hit a little bit harder, Kitty, why are you going ape shit? I don't know why she's doing that. If it's hit a little bit harder, it can go in and compress this rubber and then tries to compress this pocket facing, which is more difficult for it to compress, and it can come off at a weird angle. I don't know if I can do it on purpose with my hand because I'm not really hitting it that hard, not really throwing the ball that hard. But it can come in, and where normally it might just bounce off the rubber, it's bouncing off this harder material and can go off at a weird angle. It can go off more like that. This is one of the things that you have to worry about. It is important to know if, depending on what speed you're going to hit the ball, if it's going to be interacting with this pocket facing material or shim material, I guess. You need to know that. Because if it hits that shim material and you weren't counting on it, you're not going to make the shot, whatever you were trying to do. So if you're out here, you're just on the rubber, you're basically fine. It's a regular bank shot, a regular cut shot. Now, if you have a shot like this, and I'm not playing bank pool or one pocket, I want to cut that 12 down there, this is a problem. It's still a problem for me because I'm very likely to scratch in the side, come off the 12 and scratch. As long as I'm covering, I guess, regular shots. If you have a ball that's on the rubber or almost on the pocket facing or on the pocket facing, as long as it can still go down there, can you all see my hand? You probably can. then you can just shoot it. But you have to be pretty darn straight in, pretty darn close to straight in, and you can just shoot it. A little bit of stop, whatever. Maybe you draw back into here if you need to. Don't really have to worry about the scratch. If you're out here, the shot's not possible anymore. You can't cut it down there. I guess unless you're Tony Chohan, then you can come off this point and go in like Dave High, not Tony Chohan. If a shot is, as long as we're still talking about the same thing, the non-bank pulls type of a shot. If you have a shot that is not straight on the pocket facing, it's a little bit in. It's still frozen. But now it won't go that way because it's frozen a little bit inside. And it won't come down here because of this point. So I'm going to walk over here and try this. On some tables, this shot is fairly easy. On this table, I have a really hard time making it. But if I hit this ball dead in the face and hard, then I can compress that facing material. And sometimes the 12 will still go in the side pocket. I'm just going to try it here. So like that. It wouldn't have gone if I just tried to cut it, because it was froze to that point. But it can still compress it a little bit. I think what the guy was asking about, though, wasn't about what if you're going to shoot the ball down the rail or in this pocket. I think he was more talking about bank, because the comment he left was on one of my banking videos. I think it makes a huge difference. I'm going to get my chalk. I'm out here right now. I'm on the rubber. I'm not really worried about interacting with this pocket facing. So at this point, depending on the angle I have, I can kind of treat it just like a regular bank. Obviously, I have to worry about this. It's going to be kind of tough to bank to 12 here without scratching. But most other places, I can just treat it like a regular bank. It's just hitting the rubber. It's not going to do anything weird by hitting the pocket facing. I can just treat it like a regular bank. I'm going to shoot one once because I haven't. I don't know. No, I guess I do. I don't know that shot well enough to put on camera, but maybe I do. I have the same ball placement over here. Again, not interacting with the rubber. And I can bank it up here. I can even bank it up here. Because it's going to come in just to cushion rubber and then come out. But put it a little bit closer. Now I don't know if I can do that. I think what's going to happen now, if I try to bank this ball into this corner, up here, it's going to compress the rubber, but then it's going to interact with that pocket facing. And the pocket facing is going to make it come off at an unexpected angle. Odds are, if a shot like this is hit correctly for a regular bank, but if I don't take that pocket facing into account, odds are it's going to come short. Because this pocket facing is not, it's going to rebound the 12 more quickly, I guess. I'm just going to shoot it once. If it comes 2 diamonds short, it really wouldn't surprise me. If it comes long, that would surprise me. If it hits up here, that would surprise me. The way to give myself the best chance to make the shot is to hit it more softly, like a pocket speed bank. That way, it's still going to compress the rail, but maybe it's not going to interact with that pocket facing as much. So maybe that won't screw up its rebound angle as much. So my best odds of making this kind of a shot right here, 2 diamonds short. I think I was just too close to this pocket face. But sometimes, and on some tables and some strokes and some players, you can get away with it. If I shot that hard, actually apparently I did shoot it hard, too hard for where the ball was placed anyway. Yeah. Right about here. I'm not on the facing. I'm just kind of like there. If for some reason I said I must shoot this ball hard, I cannot pocket speed it for whatever reason. Every game situation is going to be different. Every player is going to be different. I have to allow for the fact that that pocket facing is going to make it rebound weird. It's going to make it rebound short. So basically, I have to try to bank it, act like I'm trying to bank it in this area, and then kind of count on that pocket facing to tighten up that bank quite a bit. I don't know this shot at all, but I'm trying to bank the 12 about right here, but shooting it hard. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's about where it went. So, whatever. I'm not going to keep setting up shot that I can't make. That would be really boring. Oh, one of my commenters also said I'm boring. What's up with that, guy? Go watch somebody else. Can't please everybody. So where was I? Talked about the ball right on the cushion, or on the rubber. Talked about a ball that's still on the rubber, but might interact with the pocket facing, depending on the speed. I talked about a shot that's like inside the pocket facing a little bit. That's the one where you can sometimes compress this. And the next one is where it's right on it. It's right on the pocket facing. It's not even interacting with the cushion rubber at all at this point. It's only interacting with the spacing. This shot can kind of be treated like a regular shot on a table with really crappy rails. I can try to just bank that 12 like straight back here with rails that aren't going to rebound very well at all. A lot of times, I'm going to shoot this once and going to miss it by a lot. But I don't feel like just standing here and yammering because apparently I'm boring. So I'm just going to just shoot this. And I have to remember, hey, that pocket facing is not going to rebound very much. It's going to rebound, but not as nearly as efficiently as cushion rubber. Shoot hard. Have to shoot it harder and hope you get enough speed. I think I'm going to go double kiss on that shot. And hope you get enough speed to get it across the table. And obviously hope you get it in the right direction to get it across the table. That was, well, I'm not going to say it was a horrible attempt. It's a very tough shot. If you get in a situation like I talked about where you're right on the pocket facing, or you're getting ready to be on the pocket facing, or you're inside this point a little bit, you're having problems. You're having a bad day. And you have to deal with it. If you have a shot, I've seen this so many times where, like in 8-ball and stuff, usually lower level players, I've seen so many times where a player will have like a shot like this. Say playing 8-ball. I don't have the 8-ball handy, I don't believe. Say playing 8-ball and the 8's hanging in the jaws. I've seen so many times where a player will shoot this 13 straight in the pocket and then try to bank the 12. Or they'll shoot this 13 straight in the pocket and try to leave the cue ball straight on the rail so they can shoot the 12 down there. Or shoot the 13 straight in the pocket and try to leave the cue ball here so they can shoot the 12 up here. In my opinion, none of these are the correct way to do it. In my opinion, the correct way to do it is shoot this 13 off that 12. Move it. Like that. Okay. So, sure, in this case, the 12 is not in the greatest place on earth. But guarantee it's better than it was right here. Guarantee it's better than where it was right here. Because, well, look where the cue ball is. You think if I hadn't hit that 12 and I left the cue ball right here, that I'd be able to do anything about it? No. I can try to bank it. And that's really the last thing I want to talk about, is trying to bank these balls. Get it. You're having a problem. If you got a ball here, you're having a problem. And depending on how aggressive you're feeling, whatever the situation is, or you just, having fun with your friends or whatever, you're going to have to bank this ball. Everybody's going to have a different stroke and stuff. If I am lined up with this diamond straight at this 12, like that, I cannot bank it into that pocket down there without getting a kiss. Some people are going to be able to do it. About the best that I can do is maybe a diamond away from the pocket. Now watch, it's going to fire right in this time. But you shoot this with right spin and just try to judge. Don't get a kiss. Don't get a kiss. And try to stroke it like that. See, I cannot make that bank lined up with this diamond. Lined up with this diamond, I can make the bank. It's not a duck. It's still this. You're still in trouble here. But in this case, it's definitely much more doable. And that's the kind of shot I would shoot if I was out, or if I was out to where I just was. If I was out 2 diamonds. If I wasn't out 2 diamonds, on this table and on most tables that I play on, that cross corner bank is not any good. There's going to be like some bar equipment, some older equipment, whatever, where you could probably make the bank pretty easily from around here. But I cannot. So if I am setting in a situation where I'm lined up here with this diamond again, okay, what do I do now? The ball can be made 3 rails into 1, 2, 3 rails up here. Doesn't do you a whole lot of good if you're playing one pocket. But if you're playing bank pool, or if you're playing one pocket and this is your pocket, then sometimes this shot can go 3 rails. It's not going to go this time. But it did come, within a half time, and for me on that shot, that's pretty good. So it can go 3 rails that way into this pocket. It can also go 3 rails into that pocket. 1 rail, 2 rails, 3 rails, and then straight down there. I made this once by accident when I was trying to demonstrate the next shot. And that was really, really horrible. We'll try that again. That ball really, really sprang off that rail at a weird angle. So I must have just really and truly hit it bad. Okay, this is a 5 rail shot that will sometimes maybe think about going. Lined up with this diamond, and trying to hit it dead on, trying not to get the cue ball my way. Sometimes the 5 railer will go off the cue ball. Yay. Again, you're in trouble. If you decide, hey, I must shoot a shot, the 5 railer from there isn't the worst shot in the world. Or the 3 railer, if this is an option. The other 3 railer I talked about, I guess that must have been inside this diamond, not lined up with this diamond. But this time I'm going to be inside this diamond. Still hitting it, trying to hit it dead in the face. Now it's going to go there. I guess that's another possible shot. That's another possible shot. I'm not going to shoot the one that I lucked in before, because I did. It really was luck. So the 12 went off this rail and probably in about this direction. And maybe probably about like that. And then like this, and continued on down into the pocket. I might try something like that if I'm playing a game of one pocket and most of the stack is still here in the way, because your speed is going to be pretty decent. I think I would be more likely to shoot a 5-railer. Because, at least for me, the 5-railer, the speed's kind of built into the shot. It's kind of just, it's hitting hard, and it comes around. Now, of course, you have to make sure that there's a path for the ball. But if there is, it's not that big of a deal. I have attempted here to cover situations where the object ball is either frozen to the point or very, very close to the point. I don't know if I've covered everything. I probably forgot some stuff. If I have, let me know. Yell at me. Tell me I'm boring. Whatever you're going to do. But you can't say I need another camera because, haha, there's one right there. I'm going to find all my remotes. The problem with having all these cameras is they have a bunch of remotes. And I'll stop this guy, and then I'll stop that guy, and try to edit all this stuff together. Thanks, guys.